Every day has its own set of distractions. We become scatterbrained and we can't focus. We are distracted by things like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, things that are meant for good, but really, if we do not use our time wisely on them, they become a major source of distractions. What about friends, family, our bad habits? We actually become literally scatterbrained, forgetting about the things that we should really be focusing on and being pulled in so many different directions. However, there is hope that I want to offer to you today. In this episode, I am going to offer 5 productivity tips that is going to help you with scatterbrain and procrastination. Let's dive in. Hey there, welcome to episode 2. My name is Jemima Davis, and I help ambitious moms create a life of lasting impact around their purpose and passion. If you are new to this channel, get subscribed and hit the bell for all notifications, because every single week I release a new episode that is full of resources that you will absolutely love. Be sure to review the show notes of wherever you are watching this video, because there I leave so many resources and value just for you. Be sure to check them out. All right, so let me give you the 5 productivity tips that is going to help you to remain laser focused on your life goals and also your business goals. Productivity tip number 1 is to track. Write down some of the things that are on your mind that sometimes are weighing you down. You know how sometimes you feel like there's 100 things to do and you freeze and you can't quite go in one direction or the other. So this activity will really help you to do a brain dump on paper of all of the things that you feel are weighing down on your mind. What this does, it really helps you to put everything down on paper. Now it is right in front of you, right? And you can then begin to organize them in order of priority. Remember, there can never be more than one priority. And so this first tip is really just to write down everything that you feel is on your mind that you need to keep track of. Jotting those things down takes them out of your mind and puts them down somewhere where you can now begin to take a look at, wow, what do I need to focus on first? And what do I need to focus on next? When we have too much on our minds, we tend to sometimes get anxious and stressed out about things that we could find a solution for faster if only we knew what it is that we could focus on first, right? And so putting everything down and doing a brain dump really helps to look at what it is that you have to do so that you can begin to focus. This will help you to no longer be stressed out about all of the things that you wished you could have remembered to do, right? And now you have a solution to be able to know exactly in what processes you want to, or what systems you want to develop in order to be able to do the things you mean to do, right? And focus on the things that matter as well. So get a notepad, get your phone, anything that you can do a brain dump in, and write a list down of the things that are on your mind that you are focusing on. Productivity tip number 2 is to plan. I personally have always been a pen to paper kind of gal. I absolutely love the feel of writing things down. However, over time, I have learned to use technology and adapt it to that so that I could streamline my processes. For instance, I've been using Evernote as a planning tool when it comes to creating content. Throughout the day, as ideas flow through my mind, I open up my Evernote and I write them down. And then when I'm ready to script my blog article or training episode, I can open up my Evernote on my laptop or my computer, and all my devices sync. This is such a time saver. Another tool to help you stay focused is to get a calendar. Print one from online, get one from the office store, whichever one is easiest for you. But even a calendar desk really helps for you to actually visualize and see what you want to create, right? As far as your planning is concerned. And I say this because sometimes when you're first starting, having everything down on paper can really help you. And then you can definitely incorporate some of the electronic calendars that you have, but you can also have both. Why not? And here's a clue. Go back to your tracking notebook that I talked about in the previous productivity tip and bring over some of those activities, right, that are so super important. Bring them on over to your calendar. Remember, there cannot be more than one priority at a time. So look at your list of things that you would want to do and prioritize them, looking at the tasks that need to be completed and put them in order of importance. Time is a huge asset to us. In organizing your tasks, putting the things that are time sensitive first really helps you to develop and practice the discipline of using your time wisely on those things that matter. And then there's a saying that goes, if you don't plan your day is going to get planned for you. So if you don't have a calendar of events, if you don't have your personal life and your business planned and built into your calendar, what happens is that other people's calendar gets on your calendar and literally can take over, right? Have you ever experienced this? Because you are so resourceful, because you're so great at something, everyone begins to reach out to you, because when they're creating their calendar, guess what? You come to mind as someone who can accomplish something, right, on their calendar, something that they can delegate to you on their calendar. But if your calendar is filled in with what is a priority for you, you will have the opportunity, right, to say no when asked to fulfill a specific assignment that does not align with your goals or is not built into your calendar. Otherwise, you're going to have to say yes to assignments that do not align with your goals. And this leads to my next productivity tip. Know your DMO. Do you have a DMO, right? A daily method of operation. The first thing when you wake up in the morning, having a daily method of operation really helps you to remain intentional and accountable. Having a daily method of operation not only has helped me to remain disciplined, but it's also inspiring to wake up every single day knowing specifically what I must do in order to have the most success in the day. Within your DMO, your daily method of operation, you can even build in something called time block, which I'm going to expand on in just a little bit. But reserving 90 minutes to 2 hours a day to time blocking can also help you to be more successful throughout the day, more productive, right? And lessen the chances that you're going to procrastinate anything on your calendar. Also included in your DMO should be income producing activities. What are those? Those are the activities that you are going to do throughout the day that are directly related or will directly impact the income that you will make as a result of the activities that you're going to commit to. Get those income producing activities on your calendar and remember to time block. What is time blocking anyhow? Time blocking is a time management tool that you can use in order to look at your day and break up the day into blocks of time. This technique helps you to allocate a block of time to a specific task. Time blocking relies heavily on being very disciplined about how you use your time. It has a few variations to it, but today I'm just going to focus on just two, just using them as examples to give you a broader view of what time blocking is and how it can be beneficial to your day-to-day activities. The first variation, you look at several tasks, and if there are some that are similar to one another, you group them together. So for instance, you could have two 15-minute time blocks set up back to back in order to make or return phone calls. The second variation I want to mention very briefly is day theming. So basically, you take the entire day to focus on specific functions. So for instance, you could take an entire day and focus on HR related functions. Or you could take an entire day and focus on marketing tasks that need to be accomplished. Time blocking really saved my business because it helped me to organize myself so that I would not be anxious at the end of the day because I ended up lacking focus all throughout the day and also feeling a lack of accomplishment at the end of the day because what I meant to do, I really didn't do it because I wasn't disciplined enough with my time. Now, before I go over the fourth productivity tip, I want to remind you that with every episode of Jemima Davis TV, I like to equip you with an amazing free resource that you can apply right away in order to get results in your personal life and in your business. When it comes to income producing activities, especially if you're using social media in order to help you grow your business, it's important to have your profile set up properly in order to get the desired results that you want. So I put together this profile profits cheat sheet that's going to give you 5 tips on how to turn your profile into a lead generating and sales converting machine. If you're interested in picking this up, head on over to the blog at jemimadavis.com/2. I'll leave a link in the description of this video if you are watching this on YouTube. But if you're already on the blog, just go ahead and click on that big green button that you see there, and it will lead you straight to the freebie. I believe that you'll absolutely love it. Productivity tip number 4 is to schedule batching. Time, once we use it, or once we lose it, we can never regain it again, okay? Batching is great in most instances, though someone who batches also have to look out for burnout. So knowing how to use it is going to be important so that you can get the results that you're looking for. Decide what your income producing activities are, then put them in batches of times all throughout your calendar. Remember to focus on one thing or task at a time. What are some of the income producing activities that a CEO may have? For me, some of mine include content creation, writing out scripts for my blog, creating training videos, and creating freebies for each episode. I also schedule appointments on my calendar. I meet with clients when my appointments get filled. I also schedule time to post strategically on social media in order to maintain my level of engagement with my audience. You are your brand. You understand your vision better than anybody else. And so part of your time should be dedicated in creating your own content. It increases your focus. It increases your productivity. And it allows you to maintain focus on those things that matter and that produce results. One of my coaches teaches me to actually create several content videos a day. And so I schedule 2 hours at a time and create content within those 2 hours. As you plan your content creation, just plan ahead a little bit. So for instance, you might have 2 to 3 tops that you might want to switch into really quickly. If you want to change your hair, you can also do that very slightly. Don't worry about your makeup. That's already going to be done, right? Give batching a try. Imagine if you could create 3 to 4 pieces of content within a 2-hour period. How productive is that? Grab your calendar, create the time slots on your calendar where you need to focus on creating those content and give it a try. Productivity tip number 5 is to refuel and rest. No one can run on and on and on all of the time without ever resting. Imagine if your car ran 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year without any maintenance, right, done on it. That will pretty much get the car out of action. The same with our bodies. It's so important for us to schedule the time in to refuel. What does that mean? That means that you do some of the things that you actually enjoy doing, right? As an individual. It could be taking a walk or going swimming or going for a run. It could be taking a bubble bath. It could be just going out in order to get some ice cream, right? Whatever it is that you do that you enjoy, whether it's sitting in complete quietness and doing nothing, right? Because that refuels certain people, or getting out and having lunch with a friend. Those things can really help you to break away from the mundane, from the day-to-day, and give you some new energy that can help you to refuel. The second piece to this is to rest. And I think a lot of times we are on the go all of the time and really forget about the value of resting. Resting not only helps you to really rebuild, right, the cells that you need in your body to remain healthy, but it also helps to rebuild the cells in your brain to be able to think more creatively. You are more alert, right? You don't forget things as easily. Your brain is on, and it's on the right way. When you rest, when you allow the right amount of rest to be included in your day-to-day, it can really help you to increase your productivity level. I sincerely hope that you gained value from this episode to help you to understand how to stay laser focused and highly productive. Your business and your personal life will never get the amount of attention that they deserve if you do not make some choices that are different from what you're used to making every single day. And remember, to support you, I'm providing you with a free resource, which is my Profile Profits Cheat Sheet. In it, you'll find 5 tips on how to turn your profile into a lead generating and sales converting machine. You can go ahead and grab this freebie at the blog at jemimadavis.com/2, or click the link in the description of this video. And if you're already on the blog, just click on the big green button that's below this video and you'll have instant access to the freebie. You will absolutely love it. If you found value in this episode, be sure to share it with a few friends. Share it with other moms who might love it just as much as you do. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment. I love hellos. And I will see you on the next episode of Jemima Davis TV.